welcome to another big UC update. I'm Tom Wright, and I'm delighted to be joined by Patrick from Conversant. Thanks for taking the time to speak to us today, Patrick. How's it going?
Fantastic. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate taking your time to speak to me.
Great, yeah, it's great to have you. And I wonder if we could just start, if you could give us an overview of Conversant. There's been a big few months of you launching the C360 platform. Tell us how that's gone and what it means for the business.
Yeah, thank you, Tom. Appreciate that. So, a little bit about who Conversant are, I think, where we start. So, we're a voice for Teams company, and guess what we do is we provide services that enable our customers to utilize Teams as their centralized communications platform. So we've been around since about 2015, but our expertise goes way back to OCS, then Link, then Skype for Business, and now Teams. We were one of the first, or if not the first, to market in the UK with a direct routing platform. That was probably about five and a half, 6 years ago now, and we're looking after approximately 150,000 end users across all of our platforms. And our platforms include direct routing, which I've talked about. We also have our contact center platform, which I'll talk about in as part of 360. Interaction recording, call recording, social messaging, social media messaging and management, Power BI and reporting. We got offices in the UK. Our head office over here in Bristol. We got an office in London as well, and we have a subsidiary company based in the US in Toronto, or in Canada, and that looks after all of our North America customers. So, Tom, what I wanted to also talk about was a little bit about what C360 is and why we built it. So what it is, it's a SaaS platform that allows all our end users and administrators to manage all of the communication aspects that within your team's environment. I think more importantly is why we built C360, and it was really to address the issue of complexity. And I guess I wanted to frame that a little bit of where the market is at the moment. So if you look at the market right now, there's 22 contact centers that are accredited with Microsoft Teams. There's around about 15 or so policy-based call recording providers. Today, even I did a Google search on contact center for Teams on Google and got 15 adverts for various different options around contact center. So it's the C360 is to address that complexity from an end user perspective, and really what we want is the end customer to really only have one decision to make, and that decision is to look at Conversant and the 360 product. So what we've done is we've taken all of those various different modules that I've just talked about, and I'll talk about the modules in a little bit more detail in a second. We've taken those modules and we've pre-built and we've fully integrated those modules, so they all work together. So it truly is a single supplier of a single platform. And also we focused on bringing into the product the services and I guess the functions that you actually need from an end user perspective. So what and the principle being is that what C360 allows you to do is to centralize really all your communications on Teams and use Teams as your overall interface. I did mention earlier the modules that are in 360, and so we've built 360 from the bottom up, and the first module really is our direct routing module, and to be fair, lots of people can provide direct routing at the moment, but we have a worldwide platform, around 70 countries, and approximately 150,000 users currently sitting on that platform. Where it becomes interesting is where we layered in on top of that are the contact center platform. And we've chosen to add in there, and we have an agreement with Roger 365. We've utilized their contact center platform as the contact center module within C360, and we're the distributor for Roger for the UK and Ireland, for the Americas and Canada. Because obviously with the contact center, you're then going to be required to call record, etc. We then laid in as sort of secondly the call recording from Oak, and that's Clarify Go. So we've integrated into our direct routing platform the contact center piece from Roger, and then the call recording element from Oak, which is Clarify Go. And those two products in particular, they've got a lot of features and functions that fit within our market space, which is sort of up to sort of medium-ish to, I guess, lower large corporates down into the SME market space. Not only do they have all the functions that are required in those markets, but also the pricing is right for those markets as well. Next, we've loaded in our social media module. And that allows you to basically manage all of your social media interactions with customers, internal and external, with WhatsApp, with Facebook Messenger, and so on. You can now utilize the Teams front end to manage all of those interactions. And again, you can record all those and queue them as you would through the contact center piece. And then lastly, internally, we've built a number of pre-built BI and reporting elements that basically wrap around all of those various different modules, which provide then some really clever analytics around what's happening within each of those various different modules that we've talked about. Most importantly, they're all integrated together. We've pre-built all the APIs between them all, so it feels and looks like one single product from one supplier. So I guess the last thing I just wanted to say about 360 is who's using it. So each of the modules are used by the end users, but the 360 platform is really used by administrators and the people managing the overall team's environments. And what it gives them is that single access to be able to log into all of the various different modules from one pane of glass. There's no need to go to each of the different modules to see what's happening. From that module, you can see how many users you have, you can see what they're up to, you can see your usage, you can see all the various different reporting and BIs all loaded within this front end pane of glass. And the principle of it is to lower the headache of managing your whole team's environment. Even down to the fact that all your support tickets are pushed through C360. So that's essentially the product that we've built. It's launched now, and we're just in the process of now really starting to roll out into our existing customers and all our new customers.
Great. So there really is a lot going on there, all with C360 kind of at the center of everything. Could you just talk a little bit about, you actually finished by talking about it actually, but how we can expect to see you roll the platform out throughout 2024, and then perhaps where you might be focusing later on in the year in terms of the roadmap.
Okay. So our roadmap as it is, we've got quite a lot of other features and functions that we wanted in the first iteration into 360, but there's some good things that we're looking to do later on in the year, which I'll touch on in just a second. But in terms of the rollout, so we're currently rolling out to majority of our existing customers, and a lot of our customers come back and say, look, it's exactly what they've been looking for. It provides that one interface, but it's more important is it's giving them a real holistic view as to what's going on across the whole of their team's environment. And most of our customers buy sort of 3 or 4 products from us, but there are some customers that buy products from other suppliers, and that bringing that into 360 has meant that they've just got this single holistic view of everything across all of their various different supply chain within the team's environment. So really our plan for the next quarter or so is to get all of our customers onto 360. I think we've got around about 1,000 administrators now using it, and we'd probably be somewhere around 3,500-4,000 administrators using it sort of probably by the end of the first quarter. So it's quite an extensive rollout from our perspective. In terms of what we're doing next from a product perspective, so what we're really going to focus on over the next 3 months is around our BI offering and enhancing that. What we really want to do is get it to a point where we can offer a very comprehensive package that takes care of probably 85-90% of what our customers are looking for, but then allow the tools for the customer to be able to build potentially the 10% above that. And so that's something that we're focusing on, and our development team are focusing on right now. After that, we're going to start looking at what we can do around our AI offering. So we've opened up our AI connector now, so we're starting to talk to various different engines like ChatGPT and so on and so on. So I think that's my gut feel is that's where we will focus after the first quarter. Once we've rolled out 360 and we've increased our BI offering, we'll then look at what we can do around the AI perspective. And really what we want to start looking at is allowing decision making with natural language processing, for example. That's one area that we're going to be very much focusing on around about mid 2024. And then really it's continuing to develop the platform based on our customer feedback. We haven't had much time to really gain and gather the feedback that we want, but we will be doing that over the next quarter or so, and with the objective, and we've got this on our board, so just let's just make things simple, and that's really what we want C360 to be, is just to make things simple for customers, either their existing customers or new customers.
Great, Patrick. Well, it really is going to be a busy year, and I hope we can catch up, in a few months and hear about how the roll up and the ongoing development is going. But in the meantime, thanks so much for talking.
Thanks, Tom. Appreciate the time.
And thank you everyone for watching. Remember, you can follow the whole series using the hashtag BigUCUpdate, and we'll see you next time.